How much has it cost me to drive my Chevy Volt for 3.5 years and 47,720 miles? That much. Thanks for watching. This has been USMC Saxoki. See you next time. Be sure to like and subscribe. Don't forget to do that. But seriously though, using actual data from my vehicle, I'm going to show you guys that yes, driving an EV is much cheaper than driving a gas-powered car. So figuring how much it costs to power a pure EV is actually pretty simple. You take the total miles you've driven, divide that number by what you get per kilowatt hour in mileage. That gives you your kilowatt hour usage, and then you multiply that number by what you pay per kilowatt hour, and that gives you your total fuel costs. As I've explained before in my Zero SR fuel cost video. But calculating the total fuel cost for something like a Chevy Volt, which is a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, meaning it uses both electric and gas, is a bit more complicated, but not that hard. And today I'm going to show you how I calculated my total fuel costs for my 2013 Chevrolet Volt. Since I've owned it for about 3.5 years, and I put just under 48,000 miles on my vehicle. Cost of fuel, electricity plus gasoline for my 2013 Chevrolet Volt after 47,720 miles. I've owned the car for about 3.5 years. You can see mileage driven, 47,720, gallons of gasoline used, 273, MPG, 175. That MPG number is pretty much worthless. That is simply mileage driven divided by gallons of fuel used divided by equals that number right there. Bam says, how did I get this data? Well, it comes straight from the car. Here's a shot. So, very simply, miles driven on fuel. How did I get that number out of 47,720? Well, you simply take the gallons of gasoline used, multiply it by the combined city highway MPG numbers given by the EPA on fueleconomy.gov. It's 37. And you get 10,108 miles driven on gasoline since I've owned the vehicle. So total cost for gasoline, just for gasoline for my Chevrolet Volt in 3.5 years, $846.92. How to get that number? Well, I simply take the gallons of fuel used and I multiplied it by an average for premium fuel cost. So 3.1. $3.10 a gallon times 273 gallons gives you $846. Sound good? Okay, so then how much did the electricity cost to power the Chevrolet Volt? So I have my remaining miles and my average miles per kilowatt hour. So you take this number divided by this number, and that gives you kilowatt hours used. I've used 9,403 kilowatt hours in my Chevrolet Volt since I've owned it. Take the average price per kilowatt hour. I've lived in 3 different places, but it's averaged about 12 cents per kilowatt hour. Multiply 12 cents by 9,403 and it gives you $1,128.35. Add that plus cost per fuel and you come to drive my Chevrolet Volt 47,720 miles, $1,975.27. So it cost me roughly $1,975.27 to drive my Chevrolet Volt since I've owned it for the last 3.5 years. But what does that number really mean? So let's go ahead and put it into context by comparing it to a vehicle that gets 26 mpg, a vehicle that gets 15 mpg, a vehicle that gets 20 mpg, and then a vehicle that gets 50 mpg, and let's see what the savings are. So like I was saying, that number by itself really doesn't tell you anything because there's no context. So real simple here, you take the MPGs of an average new vehicle in the US, which is 26, same mileage driven, average cost of fuel over 4 years for regular unleaded, it's about $2.50. Got your gallons used, total gallons used, you multiply total gallons by $2.50 and you get cost of fuel for that same exact mileage I've driven my Chevrolet Volt with a car that gets the average MPG of 26. It's going to cost you $4,588.48 in fuel compared to that number there for the Chevy Volt. Pretty simple, right? So fuel savings, that number minus cost of fuel for the Chevrolet Volt equals $2,613.21 in fuel savings, just compared to a regular vehicle. Okay. Now it gets interesting. You can just change this one variable here. Let's say you drive a F-150 or Toyota Tundra or Silverado or just a kind of a bigger truck. Let's say you get 15 miles per gallon. And put that data, again, 250 gallons used. So you've used a lot more fuel, obviously. That was your total cost of fuel of that vehicle for 47,720 miles. Fuel savings by driving my Volt, which I'm just transporting myself and my family everywhere we go, is that number there. That's quite a substantial difference. Change this to 20. Bam. So, driving an electric vehicle or a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle is cheaper. There, done, proven. Now, let's say you drive a Prius or a hybrid that gets 50 mpg. All right, so it about evens out, okay? And again, depending on how much you drive on gas, how much you drive on electricity, but you're only saving $410 in my example if you drive something that gets 50 mpg, but you're still saving money. Oh yeah, and every year I keep track of how much I've spent on gas, how much gas I put in my Chevrolet Volt, and this year, well not this year, but 2019, I put $183 of fuel in the Chevrolet Volt. And actually, the reason why I actually put that much in, I usually don't put that much in over the year, is because we went on a couple road trips with it. I went up to Raleigh, North Carolina, and I went down to Jacksonville Beach, Florida, and in the Volt. So it's a great road trip car, no issue. You just have to pay the premium for fuel, which kind of sucks, but oh well. So this last year I spent $183 on gasoline for my Chevrolet Volt. So for more information on how to calculate the cost to drive a gas vehicle or an electric vehicle, I made two videos that I think are pretty helpful, and they are these two. As always, this has been USMC Saxoki. Live smarter, live simpler, live with more money. See you next time. I can't tell you how hard it is to get in front of this camera and talk into the abyss that is YouTube. I hope someone finds me out there. I hope someone sees the way and the light, and may that guide them into the future.